Coming up on 822, welcome back to BT. Warren Littlefield, exec producer of Fargo and former president of NBC Entertainment, joining us on the BT couch. We know you're at Viff later today to share some stories about the business. But first, let's talk about Fargo, because this has been a real gem, season 1 success, which you can't see on Show Me, by the way. Transformation to television. You put a great cast together and then say, we're going to reboot this series in season 2 and start from scratch. That is bold, but is this the future of television?
Well, we keep the bar high, and I think we live in a world of infinite choice for the audiences, and they want more. So what was great television a few years ago? Maybe not so much anymore. So we think the anthology form, as tough as that is for us to do, whole new cast, whole new world, whole new story, and Fargo in season 2, we're in a different era. It's 1979. So the challenges are great, but it keeps us on our toes.
And when you have a shorter format, when you look at the miniseries and then the reboot, does that allow you as producers to have an easier opportunity to get high-caliber movie stars to participate and then create the allure behind these shows?
Without a doubt. When we went out and said, Billy Bob Thornton, read this and spend your winter with us up in Calgary, he said he's in because he didn't need a 5-year contract, and Martin Freeman. And then we got to find new wonderful talent. Well, we did it again. Kirsten Dunst, Patrick Wilson, Gene Smart, Brad Garrett. We have amazing actors that say, I'll spend a winter with you up in Canada.
And it's a beautiful, beautiful show that what you created momentum-wise for season 1. And just looking at content, how it's consumed now and how it really stands out, because there's a lot of noise out there of how people get material. But there is an interesting trend of 90s nostalgia right now. I mean, you see X-Files coming back, Fuller House coming back, rumors of, you know, Fresh Prince coming back. Why is there such a tendency and desire to see 90s hits coming back now?
Well, I think you need intellectual property that breaks through the clutter. In the year 2015, there are going to be over 400 original scripted series. Now, that's a lot of television to consume. So what is it that has you break through and so the audience recognizes it? Well, Fargo, an iconic Coen Brothers property, and we try and honor what they did with that original film. Only we give you all original characters, all new story, and we have our take on it. But we feel we're very much related to that film. Well, people who love that film and have since 1996 when it came out, they're going to jump in and say, I'll check it out. I remember Fargo. That was crazy. That was wonderful. So hopefully we give them the same thing.
Well, you tap into relationships, and Warren, you have such a rich history, only so much we can cover. I mean, you were with NBC at a time when it was must-see TV. Shows like Seinfeld, Frasier, Friends were coming out. And you were also there in a very pivotal time with late-night television. Carson steps down. Leno and Letterman have this battle. But if you look at late night today, will there ever be a king of late night, given the interactivity with social media and how many more voices we have in late night? Trevor Noah taking The Daily Show this week, Fallon and Colbert. What do you think of the late night landscape?
It's a really exciting time in late night. I can't get through each and every night. I can't get through all the late night choices. So again, we're in an era where the viewer wins, because there are so many great choices. And I think that's great. We honor Johnny Carson and say, you were the king. 30 years on top, you were the greatest. Now we're in an age of choice. So bring it on. And Trevor Noah, I'm excited for your future.
Consumers have a lot of choice out there, and I guess the big question is right now for content creators. What advice do you give to any producer or content creator out there that wants to stand out and have their product seen by the masses?
It needs to be authentic. There's no room for pretenders. We have a very discriminating audience out there because they have so many choices. So you better know what you want to do. You better make it authentic, and then you can step out and you can emerge as something truly unique in the marketplace. The audience is smart. Respect the audience, and they will pay you back.
Okay, and I have to throw this one in here just because I'm a diehard fan of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Will this show be remade? And back in the day, in the 90s, when you first saw the first cut and audition, did you know that this would be the hit that it was?
I believed in Will Smith. I actually was a watcher of Yo MTV Raps, okay? So when they came in, when Quincy Jones came in and said, here's what we have in mind with Will Smith, I was like, I get it. So will it come back? I have no idea. I mean, it's a fun, wonderful show, but it was a tour de force for Will. So is there another young Will Smith out there? You know, I'm willing to bet there probably is.
It's interesting. What's old is new again, and this dialogue is going to continue again. The Vancouver International Film Festival. You'll be sharing more stories, more insight on the business. Check it out, viff.org. Warren, a pleasure to meet you.
Wonderful to see you.
Can't wait for Fargo Season 2. And by the way, if you want to catch up, Show Me Season 1. It is there for you. Taking a break.